afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacaster. Me, your host Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, your only sanctioned source of comedy to entertainment. Of here to one Mrs. One owner, Rechnaya Pereprava. And this side is Smileman, funding for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, taking on the role here of the 9th Tank Corps as North. It is Whorunbartertown, funding for the Oberkommando of Germany. Deutschland, taking on the role here of the Hammond-Göring Fallschirmpanzerdivision. With breakthrough, ground offensive, and firestorm with line gun, flamheads, and infantry bullets versus Smileman has gone straight to airborne troop tactic, opening up for weapons, crate drops for the SPT-40s, dish curse, airborne rally points, not really uses that one, airborne guard troops on the R2, anti-tank rocket run. We also got triple infantry bullets in there for Smileman. Double full can start here for Whorunbartertown. Smileman with double conscripts, boldly going in against the Oberkommando without the, I would say, more typical move of Strafnigge, but ever since, airborne troops got made available, also the Smileman conscripts got upgraded. There's been definitely a lot more conscripts since with the airdrop weapons upgrade, your conscripts can fight the full gunners and the likes much better. So that's definitely opened up for a new world there, if you will. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button so you're more likely to get the video and other people are as well. Helps me out a bit, really. Third conscript on the way there for Mr. Smileman. Heading westwards to the Sturmpioneer as Whorunbartertown is making a run here for the eastern fuel point. Conscript then making a run for as well, both sandbagging within almost line of sight each other, neither being really aware. But there you go, shots fired as they realise, hang on, so other guys are laying down sandbags as well. Kills him. Shouldn't he be killing because they're Soviets? Well, sad too. Skirmishing around the same big conscripts and full is there. Sturmpioneer is equipped here in the engineers anytime soon. That'll be definitely a one engagement there for Whorunbartertown. The sandbags war in the east continues. Conscripts are apparently landing shots, the Fulters aren't firing back. That can be a bit annoying when it happens like, for whatever reasons, your men don't shoot back, but the others just keep shooting. It always gets a bit weird. More conscripts in, more Fulters out there for him. Switching out support here on the right flank, as then Whorunbartertown pulls a fast one on Smileman. It was his plan all along, apparently. Just to join his opponent there to defend the fuel point, and then goes for the car point, though he kind of needs that one as well to cut off the eastern fuel, but I suppose there's some nice theatrics to it. Finding around the car point there as well as Smileman makes a run for Whorunbartertown's car point. Constantly shouting at the full ears, shouting at the top of their lungs, and hoorah, being blown out there as the Fulters are being overwhelmed by the sheer numbers here of Smileman's forces. In the centre, Fulters have continues the conscripts. Full squad here might either go for the cut-off point here or flank up support the Fulters squad there. We'll have to see, but looks like he's going for the cut-off point there. Sturmpioneer back to the fuel point. We got more Fulters here for Whorunbartertown, who's laying down sandbags while they're on his opponent's other cut-off point. Whorunbartertown's boldness knows no limits, clearly. Troops reinforcing, replenishment's being pulled in. There we go, conscripts charging in there, looking to at least prevent the point from being made German. Would be a bit embarrassing there for Smileman if I suppose both of his cut-off points became German. He'd have to do some serious explanations to Comrade Stalin. Fulters there. There we got the first supply crate drop inbound there for Smileman. SPT-40 being dropped inside of his base. Fulters Grenadier charging in to contain Smileman's attempt to throttle out him. Sturmpioneer's going to be rushing straight to the engineers, who once more have to fend off the Sturmpioneers on their own. Once more, a very lopsided engagement. Conscripts slowly being pushed back here by Whorunbartertown. His Fulters overwhelm Smileman's conscripts. Sturmpioneers riding by the the engineers are riding by the Sturmpioneers, not the other way around, and they don't exist Sturm engineers. Not unless they got some serious explanations to do. Conscripts there being routed. Lots of maneuvering here in the early game between Whorunbartertown and Smileman. Back here we got the first SPT-40s up. We also got medics on the way there for Smileman. Another supply crate there being dropped in. Setting out the cots there, equipped with now 3 SPT-40 semi-automatic rifles. Sturmpioneers and engineers in the west. There you go, crate almost landing on someone's head there, but managed to gracefully avoid it. Sturmpioneers will be out of trouble here with the SPT-40 conscripts unless they get really close to them fast, and even then they need to be like full health. That's not going to work out for those at low health. Conscripts sneaking about here. Second squad they upgraded with the SPT-40s, increasing the overall firepower here that Smileman has access to. And we got the battle group headquarters up here, Whorunbartertown. Going for something slightly different here. Guessing a flak half track is on the table here versus Smileman, the 9th Tank Corps. Conscript watch for the western fuel point as he losing the eastern fuel point. Both players so far at least have one in getting barked down in pointless finding our 1 point. Gracefully shifting around each other, very good. Sandbags almost standing by the southern point, full advancing. Assault of course on the way as well there, so getting those up fast versus the SVT-40 conscripts is a really good idea there for Whorunbartertown versus Smileman's increasingly heavily equipped conscripts. Sturmpuny reinforcing, troop reinforcing as well. Not far off from a flat half track, and there you go, he can press the button, he can summon forth the 251-17, and he does so. Whorunbartertown is a man with a mission that involves very large flat guns. But right now he's lost his carve point, and Smileman there tries again to dig in with sandbags. Turn the tables then, Whorunbartertown, the cheeky bastard. Back here, troops reinforcing, more drops being landed inside the base, or he's doing it, I think, very close to the front line. No, he's doing it in base, alright, just like, apparently missed that. That'd been a very bold move if he'd done it right next to his opponent front base there. I mean, it'd been certainly a very confident, almost arrogant move there to indicate just how little think your opponent if you're willing to drop weapons right outside the door and tries to grab them there. But yeah, going about flanking instead of taking to the sandbags is a very good move there by Whorunbartertown. There needs to be fast about it nonetheless. Flak half tag almost done, comes reacting. That does open the sandbags here, so good flanking maneuver there. Seems to have done the trick, and we can see that Smileman realizes a mistake. He's also got another unit dug in there. Certainly been able to quickly turn the table here on Whorunbartertown. More conscripts coming in there, sort of up. Need to get support here from the southern squad. No, he's going for the car fight, the other one. He's going to try and turn the tables in return of his opponent. We got more SVT-40s dropping in there. Support company up there as well for Smileman. Flag half track, and there you go. Conscripts being routed. Taking heavy fire there. Foxtrot Sturmpuny is charging in. Moving forward to that 251-17. A field modified version, by the way, here. Made for the Hammond Göring Fallschirm Panzergun Division in, I believe, Italy. Little fun fact there. But there you go, firing around the calf point, taking damage here on retreat. Very nice counter move there. Suddenly, all of Smileman's western resource being cut off, and with the push here, he's managed to turn the tables entirely. Good counter move there by Whorunbartertown. Team return command up there for Smileman and the Red Army. As things are moving swiftly here between the two sides. Flak half tag moved up. He's going to sit down here on the calf point by the looks of it. Full advantage for the other point there. And we got Whorunbartertown that's advancing swiftly into the west there. So some really serious aggressive maneuvers here by Whorunbartertown and Smileman. Neither side really giving the other player much room to breathe, and they certainly go for what matters first. So 2 thumbs up there. Same 10 command should be able to turn things around. We'll have to see, of course, how Whorunbartertown reacts to this. He's slightly pulling back the flag half track, probably worried about a field gun appearing inside the base and beginning to bombard him. Fresh sandbags here. Thusly, also being able to slightly slow down a push into these here from Smileman. I mean, they're certainly very keen on both sides, just camping around the other one's primary cutoff points, which is actually not sort of a strategy I've been seeing a lot here in the Rechnaya Pereprava, but obviously it's happening and might become even more common. Big swap here up through the east here, taking advantage of Whorunbartertown's weaker southern flank here to swarm through. Very good. Of course, the flag half tech can quickly start with this and then allow him to focus eastwards. Now going for being hammered. The folks are taking damage, getting suppressed themselves. That is slightly more awkward. Heinz, look at your shootings. You're hitting our own guys. Back here, healing reinforcement going there for Whorunbartertown. No sign of a doctrine for him yet. Folks moving in, flag half tech as well. We do have anti-tank grenades up here for Smileman. Got the flak half tag in there, go charging at it, but they're charging right through a storm of flak, and the results are, unsurprisingly, not very pretty for the Soviet infantrymen. Seizing the western points here, western fuel point reclaimed, meaning Whorunbartertown has access to both fuel points. Smileman is sometime away there from a T-70. He could try and rush out an issue 6, or get out some field guns in the meanwhile. That would not be a bad idea. But so far, seems like he's not keen. We got another layer of barbed wire. Smileman having had enough of them trying to use the sandbags as all. He's just going to make very sure they are not welcome. He might even make himself a small doormat that says it. Go away, fascists. I'm sure they'll work. Hitting the fuel point there. Very good. It's going to force Whorunbartertown to attract to that. Another push here. Folks again left with a slightly wounded squad to try and hold that car point. Need to retreat them soon. MG-34 on the way there as well for Whorunbartertown to further control Smileman's infantry. He might want to get a Rechnaya if another suggestion taking out though, since he should start to worry about the T-70 hitting him, which would be very bad here for Whorunbartertown. as it lacks any and all counters to it. Flak out swung through the trees. Closing them down. Veterans 1 gain on the flak half tag. Almost got this on the victory point. Storm goes on the way. Fulton versus Conscript being pushed back. Back here, troops reinforcing. And we got an MD-34 on the way there for Whorunbartertown. Constant units being westwards. T-Sun on the way there for Smileman. Field on the way there as well for him. Increasing his firepower here versus Whorunbartertown. Very far there, hosing into them with ruthless efficiency. And for some reason, the flak half takes away from the Conscript, which acted the big effect there. I'm surprised he doesn't try and make a run for it with an anti-tank grenade. Possibly he's worried he might get rushed down or focused down. Not entirely sure what happened there. Still looks a bit weird. Smileman the remains of the offensive here versus Whorunbartertown. We got the T-Sun on the way. Of course, the field gun almost done as well. So right now, Whorunbartertown might be in for a bit of a rougher ride, as he has no serious counters to that. Don't think he's been laying down mines. He could theoretically upgrade his stone punch with the pantry. And there you go, flak half track there, getting pelted with anti-tank grenades. A really bad development here for Whorunbartertown. Stops at the flak half track. He might try and attack around here and catch them. And there you go, catches one, comes called suppressed, and then pinning it down. Bold maneuver, and there you go, grenades off as well. The other conscript there being pinned down, and there you go, Betsy on the flak half track. Huge. But there you go, the T-70 is charging, and that flak half track is going to go no further here, I think, here for Whorunbartertown, unless he gets super lucky, which obviously he is not. His luck ran out there. So also effectively punished for not going for any like kidnaps. In fact, he committed to another MD-34. Feels like he got a bit too confident versus Smileman and forgot about the possibility of a T-70. Which he hasn't taken up, so right now he's going to be putting himself in a slightly more awkward position, which could give Smileman what he needs to turn the game around here versus Whorunbartertown. He's stabilised around some fuel, but he's very much finding in a desperate situation, since for now his opponent's been getting a lot of fuel compared with him, so he's going to have to hit very hard then. He's going to have to maneuver very hard here versus Whorunbartertown, which is being crushed by a wave of tanks. Whorunbartertown, by the way, still hasn't chosen a doctrine. Comes there, pushed back, but the Fulton is still, he's trying to harass, he's still trying to maneuver. Machine gun rider there by the T-70. Machine digging in by them to the centre victory point. We got 500 and 248, seizing the western points. Field gun moving out. Truck out there for Whorunbartertown. It's going to be the Shredder Punt output here. Seizing the northern victory point. They're fixing up the T-70 as well. Very efficient work there by Smileman. We'll have to see what he goes for next. Maxims could be an idea. Mortars could be an idea. In theory, like even like Guards Airborne troops could be pretty good here. Maybe with some submachine guns, I think could work out nicely. They could of course also go for the triple DP light machine guns. Still, nice comeback here from Smileman, as I was looking for several minutes there to be in a really bad spot. Then of course he's still behind. His opponent's still being able to push out for tanks faster than he can, but at least he's getting resources now. He's managed to stop the flow of the victory points going away from him. And you're focusing around the cutoff point. Could consider mining the sandbags here, or at least laying up some barbed wire. T-Sun moving ahead, and still not a Kedden now for meaning. He's very much banking just being able to push out a fast pants, I think, here versus the T-70. Whorunbartertown's boldness knows no limits, it would seem. No limits. And we do get Guards Airborne troops out, not something I've seen a lot of, but here we are. Also called in a discount machine, and there you go, Fulton swarming in from the south, and apparently that was his plan, just to swarm it with Panzerfaust. Obviously in the actual war, one Panzerfaust would have been enough, but you know, I suppose you can always act. That's one of the slight weaknesses of the Company series. It's always tried to really just highlight how powerful the Panzerfaust is. Obviously be very difficult to balance, but yeah, there's always a part of me that feels it's a bit weird, but there we are. Constantly about there in the muck. T-Sun went down just to a host of Panzerfaust, which Smileman clearly wasn't anticipating, and honestly in most cases you don't. Constantly about to get wiped out though, with a small chance at least. Still, the map is now split 50-50, pretty much along the river, with the centre victory point being held there by Smileman. Whorunbartertown is not far off from a Panther. There you go, Conscripts halted here, as they, or Fulton's halted as range to the Conscript wall here from Smileman to push into north here, though could quickly be met as well with furious resistance. No machine guns to back up to help stop this horde of Sword infantry. Guards moving about, there no sign of the Thompsons, or submachine guns, might be going for the DP light machine guns. Fun fact about Guards Airborne, a lot of them actually fought as partisans since they were part of large airborne operations that actually kind of failed. So, well, there's certainly some that still fought as airborne troops by 1944-45, but a lot of them just basically partisans that suddenly appeared to join up with the main army. Little fun fact there. Heading northwards here with Sturmpioneer and Volksgrenadier, conscript falling back here. Volksgren sitting out. Conscript being routed. And there you go, caught in a bad spot with that Molotovs. You can't flash them out of the building and takes a lot of damage there. Pushing into the centre as well. The south being slowly lost here to Smileman is pushing ahead. There we got the field of Mabani in the north as well there. Senselessly bombarding the building which he's already abandoned. I suppose it's better. Never hurts to try. And there you go, controls right out here, but there you go, big flank with the Guards Airborne and the conscripts. Quick from them, the Volksgrenadiers. Guards Airborne in the corner, pretty bad position. He's going to have to retreat. This is where submachine has been great. We just allowed him to tear through the Volksgrenadiers with ease, but he didn't go for that, so there's a bit of an oversight there, I think, by Smileman. Salvaging the flag after a bit of extra resource up north, slowly pushing for the fuel plant there. Conscripts have only baited in the Sturmpioneers there. Good maneuver there by Smileman, and Whorunbartertown ate the bait there. And now Whorunbartertown is going for double light infantry guns. I mean, he could easily be pushing for tanks and orbital now, but for whatever reason, he's going for double light infantry guns. And obviously, versus the support weapons that Smileman has, it's not bad, but I feel like a Panzer IV would be a great pick. Just be able to put pressure on his opponent, so it seems a bit strange to go for double light infantry guns now here, but we'll have to see how far that can carry him. I mean, he could later go for it if like more support weapons appear here from Smileman, but right now I feel like a Panzer IV would be better. I mean, it's like he's just trying to stall out here for a Tiger tank. I mean, grand effect. So with the Tiger tank become, of course, very much the meta choice there. So I mean, it could be he's doing that, just feeling like he's so far ahead he needs to go for a Tiger tank. But honestly, better off just going for a Panzer IV and trying to cement his lead with that. Meanwhile, there, Smileman not taking any chance or building the mechanized armor company. We'll probably try and rush out the T-34 76 versus Whorunbartertown. First line's gone away there. Second one halfway done. That's going to make it harder though for Smileman to sort of form up defensive positions, since the line guns can quickly do a lot of damage once you've got two of them. And there you go, Guards Airborne adding the triple DP light machine guns. Shots fired, constant holding up there, down to just 3 men, 19 kills. There we go, double line for guns out there for Whorunbartertown and for Deutschland. That's going to be a lot of line for guns, that's going to be a lot of artillery, and theoretically also a lot of smoke screens, remember to use that. Disc opening up there, constant up here through the stream, trying to outmaneuver there. Whorunbartertown center position, need to get the Sturmpioneers out before they get wiped. Bombarding the disc with the line for gun, very good, direct hit there, killing the outlaw, obviously gets shattered there by a single high explosive shot. At the same time, fanging into the stream there, constant falling back out of it very swiftly. Going ahead, there's the machine gun just slightly repositioned. This is why smoke would be a great idea there, because of the machine gun just slightly repositioning and firing out again. So a bit on the other side, I feel like he does force it to retreat, but I feel like smoke would just be more efficient there. But there you go, DP light machine willing. Guards Airborne and comes to their charging and push back the Volksgrenadiers. A heavy mess around the centre. Their field gun being pursued by the Volksgrenadiers could get wiped out and could either be stolen or, you know, used here by Whorunbartertown. Smileman not far away from a Tiger tank. Whorunbartertown has the fuel now for the Tiger tank. He just needs the manpower. Meanwhile, constant Guards Airborne pushing through the centre here. Folks, they're being slowly shredded by the sheer overwhelming amount of firepower here that Smileman's infantry has on the field. Salvaging the field gun, denying it to his opponent, realizing he can't get it back. Good move there by Whorunbartertown, that we're still short of a doctrine. Close to one of those Guards Airborne, which of course opens up for the IL-2 Sturmovik strafing run. The suppressor fire. Seizing the southern point here. We got 434 versus 224. Line for guns blasting away there. There's a glory of das Vaterland. Quickly repositioning infantry all the time to avoid, you know, getting... Oh! He's moving the path of the Guards from where they actually managed to get them shot there by it. Quite a lucky hit there for Whorunbartertown. Got the full coming up here. We've got Guards Airborne, they're coming up the tree path, the MG-34 alongside the Coh2. Got a grenade here, the Coh2 running into it. Oh! Yeah, that almost killed more of their own than they did the enemy, but in the end, no one got killed. MU-34, though, taking withering and scathing fire here from all of Smileman's infantry as the foot moving up behind the sandbags provided previously by Smileman's forces. Land guns, of course, again, make it difficult for Smileman to maintain any position around here for long, since, again, the land guns just threaten to shatter it. So much fuel. I mean, at this point, you can almost just go straight for the King Tiger, though, of course, I would not advise, and I still think like the best choice is just trying to get out some Panther Force fast. Meanwhile, another field gun for Smileman and the T-34-76. We got 434 was 198 victory points. He's back to the southern point here. One hand grenade on the conscripts, flashing out those Marxist rats. Sturmpioneer seizing the point here close to the base. Lots of brutal action. Seizing the northern point here, also cutting off the access point to it. Very good play there by Whorunbartertown. Sandbags being flashed down all over the places as well. Very good. 4 and 0 kills. Whorunbartertown still hasn't chosen a doctrine. He's floating a lot of fuel. Feels like he's lost a bit too sight of the battle. And of course, the argument might have been he should have waited with those light guns. Again, just pushing for tanks first, then going for it. He's taking a lot of damage. He's not using smoke screens, which again would at least help, I would say, minimize incoming fire. Which could that way allow him to set for a tank more easily. Now, in fact, it is Smileman has a tank up faster. Despite Whorunbartertown having, the fuel lead. Definitely, I think, a bit of a slip up there. He has gone for ground defense, but at this point, no surprise. It's very much, I think, at the moment, the most picked Oberkommandwest doctrine. T-34-76 setting out. Line guns firing at the counter engineers in the south, in fact, doing quite a bit of damage. Getting 2 kills, very good. Ooh, Cis Fleet opening up response here. Nice work, they're creeping up close to it with the field gun there. T-34 going quick to out the field guns perhaps here, which would be great. It's very close to the Tiger tank here, but Whorunbartertown's definitely, I think, been riding a bit too high in initial successes. And that has definitely given Smileman a great opportunity to gain more momentum here. Tiger tank out though for Whorunbartertown and the Hermann Göring Fallschirm Panzerdivision, and here the Panzer Commander. Guards able to backfield the route here of the Tiger. At least the sandbags are. Guards able may have a bit to wait there before the field of Wrath. Line guns firing down there as well. Guards able in a pretty tight position. There go T-34 moving up. Great hit penetrating the Tiger's front armor. Guards able and popping grenades. Fox is dodging them though. Tiger shoots and okay, doesn't kill anyone, but there you go. Damage engine stuck in the stream. Field gun moving ahead here. Brutal shooting going on between these two opponents. 434 was 171. Need to pull back the Tiger for repairs once more. And he could easily follow up with a Panzer IV to back up the Tiger tank here. Even go for Jagdpanzer. Troops sailing in force. You need to fix up that Tiger tank. Close to veteran on that T-34-76 back here. Now this is 3 to help deal with the Tiger tank. Healing enforcement and repairs. Sneaking about in the south here, still very good maneuvering there. We got an MU-54 defend the southern victory point here for Whorunbartertown. This is 3, number 2 almost done. Also plenty of munitions here for Whorunbartertown. Could lay down mines with them if you wanted to. Could also call in reconnaissance runs and smoke bombs. I think that could also be a really good idea. Targeting crushing trees and acting vengeance against the squirrels for unspoken reasons. T-34 there, engaged with the Tiger tank, quick form back route. Folks charging ahead there defiantly and straining to a lot of SVT-40 semi-automatic rifles, which results in unsurprisingly heavy casualties amongst the Folks Grenadiers. Concentrating fire from the Tiger tank, field gun shoots, misses. Anti-tank grenade fails to do much with damage. There we go, full squad wiped out by the swarm of conscripts. They push through the south here, threatening the light infantry guns and the car front here of Whorunbartertown. Good push there by Smileman, taking advantage of Whorunbartertown's mistakes on the strategic level. Folks moving to counter, but he may have to consider Obersoldaten. Or maybe some Panzer facility. There you go. Grenades off aplenty. This prevents them from going for the carve point here as they had to run toward. Oh, apparently he doesn't care. Tiger tank moving in. Another full squad wiped out. Whorunbartertown trying to infantry. Good hit from the light infantry gun there. 2 kills and 6 kills, respectively. So what will Whorunbartertown do next here versus Smileman? Guards Airborne wing hit, they're 5 killed, close to eventually 2. Gonna threaten that carve point again. So they have numerous full scale squads on watch to protect against such an eventuality here, and they will square off against each other. So the Guards Airborne have the grenades, and they have the triple DP. Oh, he's expecting to run into the cover there, a bit too fast there. From Smileman, forcing charging ahead there, taking ahead far nonetheless, and end up with Smileman retreating his Guards Airborne rather than risk losing them senselessly. Target tank close to being fixed up fully. Push to the south encounters the MD-34, and unsurprisingly they get suppressed. Push into the centre there does not work out too well there for Whorunbartertown's folks. Going to use target tank moves ahead again. Then going on to deal with the direct assault, very good. 2 fielders up in the target tank there. No smoke screen by the way here from Whorunbartertown. I mean, he could combine the land guns with a bombing run here, like throw down the smoke bombs in an expected area. Then if it doesn't cover the field, and then use the land guns to suppress those areas with smoke, allowing him to then make a good push instead. He ends up falling back with the target tank here. Heavily damaged by Smileman's double cis-3s, and the land guns once more found themselves exposed here to so counterattack as Smileman goes all in, wishing to silence the fascist artillery. Target tank that sneaks in a hit, and the T-54 almost got it. That'd be pretty great here for him. Pretty bad there for Smileman, and there you go. T-54 there explodes in the stream, cooking up a lot of steam as well. Line for guns silenced by Smileman's valiant conscripts as the others continue the hunt here for the target tank. More casualties amongst the infantry, Guards Airborne, and heavy machine gun crews splattered across the ground here. Smileman might have felt like he's getting a bit too lucky and starting to make some mistakes there. Target tank need to fall back here though. Intense fighting though around Whorunbartertown's base as Smileman just launches assault after assault, his men pushing ever onwards through a stream of blood, water, and their own dead comrades. Some heavy engagement here between Whorunbartertown and Smileman. Smileman is trying to close this off fast, and Whorunbartertown is obviously trying to avoid getting this finished fast and trying to win himself. You should go for a Panther 4 soon though, or several Panther 4s. Try and launch some assaults. I'm surprised he hasn't tried doing more here, so that he's previously been quite successful for him. Trying to advance here using the T-54 as cover. Didn't quite pan out as the machine gun was in fact covering from the angle, but nice attempt there. Nice attempt. Of course, we got the land guns there, quickly looking to silence any Marxist machine guns. Field gun set up there as well. Not much in terms of reconnaissance here from Whorunbartertown. Or smoke, really. Definitely feel like an oversight there by Whorunbartertown, one of the bigger ones. Smoke is a very handy ability, to be honest, a lot of the time if you know how to use it. Can really disrupt your opponent's defense line to make much of a assault. Clearing out the mines, charging ahead there. Try and corner artillery there, and there you go, caught in the artillery. Just stops up in front of them now. Oh, looks like he's a bit too slow in retreating there, maybe. Or not. Mine goes off, though. He landed right next to the mine without seeing it. Machine gun survives the artillery strike as well there. Rocket strafe going in the target tank. Cutting off huge parts of the health, and the T-54 is going to finish it off there. Big blow there to Whorunbartertown. Definitely a tactical mistake, then one which Smileman was more than eager to exploit. Van Hunt gone out off there. Machine guns hosing down the infantry, but Whorunbartertown's just landed himself in a really bad spot here versus Smileman, having lost his Tiger tank in a very ignoble way. Machine gun number 2 down as well. Oh, no. Lance going to begin to bombard the position, perhaps? Nope. So yeah, that was not a too well executed assault there by Whorunbartertown. He's been playing too many resources. I mean, he can go and quickly replace the target tank, but he needs more infantry afield. More importantly, he needs more tanks. Get Shusha on the way there for Smileman. Sturm positioning concussive grenade against the conscripts, but not enough. Not enough. Land guns falling back here. As the T-54 from 6 peppers them with machine gun fire from its whole machine guns. Tense fighting here. We got 341, 171. Target tank is very close here for Whorunbartertown and Deutschland. And there you go. Second target tank available here for Whorunbartertown. Ready to take on the Bolsheviks once more. Flak emplacement about to get knocked out. That would be a bit bad news there for him, as his opponent could possibly run into the base there. But there you go. Push back by the arrival of the target tank. Could see another target tank or T-54 from 6 going down here in the stream by the water. Another T. No, it survived. Wow. That was damn close. Conscious though fall back as they realise they're not going to be that lucky. They know it instinctively. They're not going to be that lucky against a target tank. Shouldn't we at least try, Sergeant? No. You don't try against the tiger. You just don't. Unless you're an idiot. Katyusha rocket launch almost done there for Smileman and the Red Army. That's going to make it harder for Whorunbartertown to play himself defensively. Could also be used to counter the line for guns. Possibly. Right now, the entire front has been abandoned here. Smileman's been forced to retreat. They could give an opening here for Whorunbartertown and rush ahead. That would help if he had more infantry. If he'd gone for more infantry. Again, bit of a bad habit there, floating resources. And now he can't easily get out more tanks to back up his Tiger tank because he kind of floated. So he's kind of losing out in numbers potentially versus Smileman if he's not careful. Advance the strength of the Tiger tank here. 88mm gun sounds off with a violent bark, though lands. Oh, there we go. That lands a hit. Disco in a pretty bad position. House is about to collapse. Oh, close one there. Got lucky there for Smileman. Comes there really bunched up. Could take a fire there from the line of guns. Being absolutely pulverized. Field guns moving straight into line of fire. The Tiger tank shoots, misses. Katyusha fire off there. Field gun crew wiped out. Katyusha firing the field gun. Oh, the line of contact split. Not very good there by Whorunbartertown. Need to get the Sturm pioneers out of there. Didn't get the field gun destroyed. Comes there taking a minor hit there. And there you go. One line for gun crew annihilated by the thunderous storm of rockets from Smileman's Katyusha rocket launcher. Corpses and wreckage litter the battlefield. Nasty stuff. And now Whorunbartertown is starting to run out infantry and support weapons. Really needs to replenish some of those losses. Needs to build up a larger force here. And of course, need to recruit the line gun. Ooh, those comes are bunched up way too close for their own safety. Of course, it might be to the safety of the tank. I need you to get in the front of the tank. Won't we get killed? I won't. I mean, no, you won't. It'll protect you with magical tank powers. T for the first 6 of the veterans won. 6 kills, losing the centre victory point again. Whorunbartertown, of course, still has a big lead, but he needs to start using his resources a lot more efficiently. I'm going to close to veteran 3. Dishka there proving to be a nuisance as always. Some of those concepts have certainly done a lot of killing. We got 22, 20, 28, and 27. That's a lot. Line of guns firing away. We've got more mines on there from Smileman. Very good. He's all beginning to project his force into the south end, into Whorunbartertown's side of the river. Very good. Tiger tank moving out there. Close to veterans 1 here for Whorunbartertown. House collapsed. Tiger shoots. Kinda misses. Still does some damage to the engineers. Good hit on the guardsman. 11 kills. Close to veterans 1. Line for guns there. Slowly approaching something bigger. Going for the carve point, but there you go. Field guns keep the attention of the Tiger tank away from the conscripts. Very good there by Smileman. Need to cover that target tank. I'm surprised he keeps attacking from the same angle, like he's not trying to catch his opponent off guard. And similar, the lack of smoke from the line for guns also does stand out. Like he could, you know, make it a bit harder for Smileman's field guns to hit the Tiger tanks there. But it seems like Whorunbartertown is very much a believer in machismo and the art of I don't need no stinking smoke screens or flanks with my Tigers. Troops up north here getting hammered. There you go. Both line guns about to get cleared out by Smileman's very persistent Katyusha rocket launchers. There we go. That is both line gun crews exterminated. That's going to be expensive there for Whorunbartertown to replace. At least he's gone for the second Sturm pioneer squad. He does have more infantry now. That's good, but the situation remains, I think, still a bit awkward here for Whorunbartertown. He still, of course, has a Tiger tank, and he does have the line infantry guns, who, of course, have proven themselves to be effective, but I personally would really like to see him use some smoke screens. I think that'd be very good. And could again allow for, I think, very successful push here against Smileman by disrupting his field gun's ability to shoot at his Tiger. And like he even has like smoke bombs assist for this. It's a bit surprising he's not really using any of the other abilities at all. Guards here, but they're pushed back by the Volksgrenadiers. Again, another assault from the same direction. I mean, he's clearly a believer that somehow he will push through valiantly, shattering the fascists, or not fascists, but the Soviets, and slaying the vile Max's scum, but it probably would help a lot again if you were to like use some other abilities or some slight changes in the attack pattern here. Straight into the field guns though. Bombarding with the field guns but not smoking. Target tank there bouncing off shots, forced to fall back. Up north here, assault hold as well there by Smileman's disc, and another push for the cop on there. Line for guns being slowly cut to ribbons. And there we go, another crew expired. We got 30 kills, 31 kills. These are really doing some heavy damage there. Clearing up the cover there. T-Fed Force from 6 racing in. Walker crucifying there. Fighting right around the headquarters there, hoping to get as many kills there on Whorunbartertown. More kills there, more damage. Target tank almost down. T-Fed Force charging into the base here. Flag emplacement down. Oh. 9. He could actually go for the line gun and steal it because there's no line flag emplacement. They can actually cover that now. He's going to destroy it with the T-Fed Forceman 6 and the field gun, which isn't really a bad idea either, to be honest, by Smileman. Target tank there being fixed up, going to take a lot of repairs. Line for guns firing back at the remaining one. There you go, recruit the other one up, but the situation remains very precarious here for Whorunbartertown. He really should prioritize getting out of Panzer IV now to back up his target tank. Target tank there very, very, very close to Destiny 2. Still firing down on the conscripts. Great hit, they almost wiped out the entire conscript there. Destiny 2. Doubt he'll be using the command Tiger Belgian there. Go full wipe there. Drowned in the water. He should fire on the way there for Smileman to help deal with that Tiger threat there that Whorunbartertown's wielding against him like a very large hammer. Almost got another wipe there. Good lord, this Tiger tank is on fire. Guards Airborne also feeling the wrath here of the Tiger tank. Tiger tank moving up. Flanking the T-Fed Forceman with a great hit. Panzerfaust on the T-Fed Forceman, a great hit there. More damage, and there goes 5 tanks right for Smileman. We got 253, so 153. Now just the point separating there. There you go, another rocket strike into the base here of Whorunbartertown. His base looking more like a moon landscape than actual frontline headquarters. The stream continues to be clogged with the bodies of the dead and tank wreckage. Edge fire moving in. 22 kills, 32. Target tank good to go again here for Whorunbartertown. Another shot fired off there. Field guns opening up, line for guns firing back. Going for the centre victory point. We've got a machine gun there covering up. Troops trying to hit down to heavy machine gun fire. Great on the conscripts. 30 kills on that Tiger tank. Almost got the centre point ready to neutral, but they get penned down before they can. Sturmpani is seeing nothing. Whorunbartertown, I feel like really needs to evaluate his current set of tactics and strategy. It is not really making much progress. Quite the opposite. It's just feeding a lot of men into meat grinder with no progress, it would seem. I mean, he's got an almost virtually free Tiger tank, which, you know, isn't bad. Looks like he's going to make for another head-on assault. Whorunbartertown apparently is the ultimate optimist, figuring that eventually, somehow, he will break through the power of imagination or something. I don't know. Figuring they're about to get cleared out. Field guns continue to blast away. Infantry continue to charge forwards into Smileman's gun lines. 22 there, and the T-Fed Forceman gun shoot back into the base, and there you go. Line for gun cleared out again. Troops being murdered by the rockets on the retreat. Concentrate to the base in front of the target tank. There you go. Lost the Fulton squad. Line for gun crew cleared out, about to lose it as well. Going for the curve point there. Smileman's wrath knows no bounds. Panther on the way there for Whorunbartertown. I feel like out of all the choices you could make, I feel like the Panthers are not going to be most useful. Like, it's not great versus the anti-tank guns or any of the infantry. I mean, it's not bad. Of course, the machine guns are quite good, but I feel like with all the other stuff he has to attend to as well, I feel like he needs a Panther force, since that does perform better than the Panther versus infantry. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it could be the Panther is the secret source here needed by Whorunbartertown to destroy the Soviet lines, but I'll admit I'm not fully optimistic about that prospect. He also still needs more infantry. Again, I lost the full skinner squad. T-54 going up. This shoots misses. Got 10 kills, 22 there. Targeting there, seeing it most in need of repairs. Very close to Rechnaya Pereprava there. Very close. .39 kills in that Tiger though. Quite impressive. Panther moving out there for Whorunbartertown. Katyusha firing. Tiger tank shoots close to Rechnaya Pereprava. 32 kills in the Katyusha as well. And looks like Whorunbartertown is going to attack straight into every gun here that Smileman has again. Figuring that this time it has to work. Surely. Surely. He will only suffer minimal casualties this time around and lead to a glorious victory. So his assault is quickly called off here. To the strike, they almost got the field gun here. Almost, but still not quite there. 47 kills in that Tiger tank though. Good lord. An absolute killing machine here. Rechnaya Pereprava Tiger tank. 48 kills. Bad news for Smileman though, if he can actually not drive it into every single anti-tank and a tank destroyer. Like, if he were to launch a flank attack for it, sort of get behind, I think, Smileman's main line, I think he could actually do a lot of damage, or just throw down smoke screens, so that way, negate a lot of the field and tank destroyers. But for whatever reasons, Whorunbartertown is not quite keen on that. Can't quite put my finger on why though. Another T-54 for Smileman though. I'm sure he's just taking it quite nice and easy there. The Germans just keep throwing themselves into every anti-tank gun he has. I mean, it's great target practice for the field gunners and the tank destroyer crews. But it's obviously got a few flaws in it in terms of efficiency there for Whorunbartertown. Sandbags being dug in, very good. Could lay down some mines here as well. He's actually got a lot of munitions himself, so I mean, more mines would be a good idea as well to just, further doubly make sure he can't be surprised. In fact, you should consider mining this area just again to make sure his opponent doesn't pull off anything there. So that would probably be like the main issue that could happen for Smileman. Another barrage here. No smoke screens. There we go. One last charge here for Whorunbartertown. Tiger tank, Panther infantry moving ahead here. Great in the conscripts there though. 50 kills. The field is opening up, doing heavy damage to the Tiger tank already. Panther moving up, taking hits as well there. Katyusha rocket into the assault as well there. And there you go, T-54 ramming the Panther, almost destroyed already. And there you go, it goes down in a matter of moments, focused down by the field guns as well. Tiger tank pushed down to half health. Rockets flying in there. And Smileman launches a glorious counterattack past the wreckage of burning German tanks at Whorunbartertown's Tiger tank, which is taking heavy damage. 53 kills. The main gun is out. Infantry is being cut to ribbons. And there you go, the Tiger tank is out. And with that, Whorunbartertown, I think, is also out of the game here. 85 there, being hauled out. Infantry charging here, and there you go. Whorunbartertown surrenders. A brutal defeat here for Whorunbartertown. He did well in the early game, but I feel like by mid-game he got arrogant. Should have just, pushed for Panzer Force rather than went for the Tiger tank. Additionally, his tactical skill set basically went down from actually being really good at flanking and maneuvering to just charging straight ahead without even a smoke screen, which made it very easy then for Smileman to recover, since all he needed to do just do point the guns in the direction the Germans were coming and not really do much more than that. And, Whorunbartertown just played into that perfectly. So really, he needs to work in his late game. They need to work on maneuvering. He needs to remember to flank late game. It's actually a surprisingly big flaw a lot of players have. Like, when they hit the late game, they suddenly just, the entire world just vanishes and it just becomes this small strip of land and they can't really imagine themselves flanking. So, yeah, that was not well done there by Whorunbartertown. I mean, he just smoke screens were done a lot well there, so he really needs to work on his ability usage. But all the way, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, and do consider donating on Patreon as well. Links in the video description. This is Imperial Links, and cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.